I want to just say welcome. It's so nice to be here with all of you. My name is Robin Tala, and I have the distinct pleasure and honor of welcoming you here to this Zoom and being here with my friend Tyler Vaughn. How's it going, Tyler?
What's up, guys? I'm Tyler Vaughn. I'm so excited to be here. Robin's going to get us started, but I just want to introduce myself. I am an esthetician. I've been an esthetician for 10 years. I am a wellness coach, and I've been with Purium for 2 years. I'm a green diamond, which basically means I turn my side hustle into my full-time hustle, and I'm excited to share with you how you can do that too.
I love that you started there because that is my big passion. I mean, I love the idea that I can work from anywhere, that I can utilize the internet and social media in order to create an income for myself. And just to let you guys know, I spent a decade, the entirety of my 20s, just doing odd jobs, driving for Lyft and Uber, working in Northern California, working in event production, and barely making ends meet, and seeing people online making money and thinking like, how can this work for me? And it seemed to like evade me. I was just like, it just didn't seem like reality. And so I want you to know that, because it's easy to get on a webinar and watch someone and be like, oh, well, that person is like super awesome and they can do it, but I can't do it. But I want to let you know, I was one of those people barely making ends meet, just doing whatever I could, looking at social media, watching people be successful, and wondering if I could ever do it. And I did it, okay? So if I did it, you can too. I went from that reality to being able to make more than a full-time income by sharing with people, by sharing health, superfoods, CBD, and how we can make this world and our lives a better place. And I did that by leveraging the power of the social sharing economy. Now, if you don't know what the social sharing economy is, think about Uber, Airbnb, Lyft, Instacart, all those companies. Basically, the social sharing economy connects us directly and takes out the middleman so that we can exchange products and services. You know, it's like Airbnb. You don't have to go to a hotel or whatever. So we share things with people all the time, but it's just a matter of how we're sharing that. So the social sharing economy really has opened this whole door. So imagine if you could share the things that you care about from your phone and actually get paid for it. And that's what we're doing here. So what this brings is location freedom. I mean, I travel the world. I was just at Lightning in a Bottle Festival in Southern California. I spent a month in Maui earlier this year. Last year, I was in Colombia. I've been in Europe, and the entire time I've been able to work my business and get paid because of the location freedom. So my story is that I started telling it at the beginning, but I've been able to come into a place where I get to not only live my passions, but get paid for my passions of making this world a better place, of helping my people get healthy. And, you know, we really believe in sharing this with people. So that's why we're here right now. So we're going to tell you a little bit about the substance of this, like the company we're working with. We shouted out superfoods and CBDs and all that. So that's coming, just so you know. But we wanted to tell you a bit about like how the business system really works first. So I want to turn it over to Tyler to talk a little bit about that.
Okay, cool. Thank you for getting us started. All right, listen, y'all. I'm just going to talk about the elephant in the room right now. This is network marketing, and this is new age, ethical, like badass network marketing. I'm just going to say it right now. But here's the deal. Network marketing isn't on trial like it once was. Like, this is a $200 billion industry. Put that in perspective, that's bigger than the NFL, that's bigger than the music industry, that's bigger than the movie industry, it's bigger than video gaming. Like, this is something to really look at. This pays out over $200 million a day, all right? So I know all of you are familiar with influencers online sharing their code for a discount, sharing what they're using, and promoting these products to you, and you go and buy them, I go and buy them. That's how I buy most of the things that I buy. That's how I find out about them. And that's how this works. So I love the network marketing industry, and I love what makes us different. I'm really passionate about this because from my background as a brick and mortar business owner, this stat really speaks to me that most 85% of home-based businesses report success compared to a 5% traditional brick and mortar model. Like these are real numbers, you guys. And what is it? I have a note right here, but it's like 20% of all millionaires around the world, 20% of them made their money in network marketing. So I just wanted to kind of talk about the elephant in the room and talk about how awesome this industry is. It's literally the lowest investment for the highest return. So I just wanted to like hype it up a bit before we get into why I chose Purium as my vehicle. So you see, I have been watching friends for years find success in similar companies that I just wasn't aligned with, but I really admired how they were running their business. So when this opportunity finally fell in my lap, I was like, this is the one. And what I love so much about it is we're so different from the other companies. Our customer buying process, our website is flawless. It is so easy. It's just like Amazon. It's a Shopify platform, which means it's click, click, buy. There's nothing MLM-y about this website, and they're not going to get spammed about joining the business. A customer is a customer. There's no auto ship. There's no membership. They're just going to get the best prices and the best customer support. And you guys, it's supporting the best products on the planet. And Robin is going to tell you a little bit about the products that we have, the mission that we share as a company, and why I think this is the best thing that you can do for yourself.
Tyler, I love those stats because like we're led to believe that social sharing is like on the fringes, but it's not at all. Like
it's growing.
It's huge. It's growing. And if you look at prominent entrepreneurs like Richard Branson and Tony Robbins, they all say that network marketing is the way of the future, right? And so I love that you shared those stats. And I just want to also say, first and foremost, that there are a lot of companies that do online marketing, network marketing, what's been known as MLM in the past, totally wrong. And there are ways of doing it that are disrespectful and spammy, where people just are like commodifying their relationships. But what I want to let you know is that, you know, all businesses can be done well and they can be done poorly. And so like just because Taco Bell makes, you know, crappy Mexican food doesn't mean that all Mexican food is crappy. You can have a great restaurant. So the network marketing model in and of itself, I believe, is the most equitable distribution of wealth of any business model in our economy. It, rather than sending all the money up to the top 1% or to the CEOs, the money gets distributed between people like you and me who are actually representing it, who are actually doing the work. And so as long as you come from a place of abundance, and as long as you're really telling your authentic and vulnerable story to people and just being really real and being a servant leader and finding out what they need and listening and asking questions and participating in consent culture and asking permission to share and having a product, which I'm about to talk about, that is really, really helping people, then this business model is beautiful and it's the way of the future. So if you ever hear from people, oh, is this a pyramid scheme? Or like, oh, like I don't like MLMs or something. It's because people have done them poorly in the past, but they can be done really well. And when done well, it's actually a way more equitable system of wealth distribution. It's financial permaculture. It's so beautiful. And so we can talk about that more at the end of the call, but you know, we are aligned with a movement disguised as a company. And this company was started by our friends, Dave and Amy. And the company is called Purium. That's two words put together, pure and premium. Dave and Amy are some of the original founders of the organic movement. Dave was one of the first person to import coconut oil into the United States for health. He was a student of Ann Wigmore's, who's considered the first raw foodist in America, the person who popularized spirulina and chlorella. And he is a pioneer. He's the author of the Green Foods Bible. and had the most popular radio show on health and nutrition in New York City for years. And Amy Venner has been right there alongside him, pioneering operations and manufacturing for superfoods. And what they found is that in the 20 plus years that they were actually manufacturing products for other companies, the companies kept wanting to undercut the quality of the products because they wanted a better price. Because in the retail shelf, you're always competing financially. So it's a race to the bottom. Everyone wants to get the best price. But Dave and Amy were like, no, we don't want that. Like, we want to create the best products possible. And they realized that in the retail setting, like, it's really hard to do that. People have like 0.2 seconds of their time to look at the shelf and pick a product. They don't get the story. They don't understand what's different. And so they decided to start Purium as a social sharing company, as a network marketing company, so that people would have more, even in the time you've been on this Zoom, or this Facebook Live, you've had you've spent hundreds of times more time thinking about this than you would have if you were just in the store. So the company that they decided to stop manufacturing products for other people and to start their own company, and this was about 6 years ago, their commitment is that all of the plants that we work with, and we have over 60 products, are all completely beyond organic and non-GMO, free of any kinds of binders, fillers, artificial colors or flavors, free from any kinds of dangerous microbes or heavy metals. We're testing every batch of every ingredient down to the molecular level to ensure that there's absolutely no contamination and everything is harvested at peak nutritional value, grown on farms that are hundreds of miles away from any kind of polluting industry, with a single source water that's not shared with any other farms, and there's no blowing of pesticides in the winds. It's the highest meticulous standard of purity that you can find in the entire health food industry. And this is something that even the most well-meaning companies putting products on a store shelf cannot guarantee, because it takes so much effort and so much resources to be able to do something like this. And so they have created this line of superfoods, which superfoods are basically food that gives you the kind of efficacy in terms of supporting your body's health that herbs or medicines would. So when we say superfoods, we mean foods that are so rich in nutrition that they support the body to heal. So we have this entirely beautiful product line that is held to this incredible standard and when people use these products, as the person who invited you here probably has, they are absolutely more effective. Like, I've been in California for years. I've participated in the health and wellness community. I've seen so many different products. I've been to all the expos and green festivals, and I've seen people using a lot of different brands. And there's something special and different about Purium. You know, our low heat dehydration at 60 degrees as compared to 180 to 220 degrees, that's the industry average, gives you living and raw food. Our owners fought the FDA back in the day to be able to legalize the selling of raw living food. So the quality standard of this company is just, it floors me. And we could go on answering questions. I see questions coming in on the chat about this all day, but talk to the person who invited you and we can talk more about how all of that works. Suffice it to say that this is a company with heart. These are people that care. They're not just here to start some company and make a buck. Our owners actually make less than some of the brand partners in our company because they are on such a mission to provide healthy food to the people in order to assist our bodies in healing themselves. So I just can't say enough. I just feel like preaching it from the mountaintops. Dave and Amy have created a company that truly provides us with some of the most high quality and nutritious superfoods on the planet.
Robin, you're awesome. And you just went over all of the reasons why I am so proud to put my name on these products. This is why I partnered with this company. So I want to share with you a little bit about my background. Before I found Purium, I was a brick and mortar business owner. So I was doing organic skincare and one-on-one wellness coaching out of a wing that I rented, that I leased from like a yoga studio that had a juice and smoothie bar right across the street from Whole Foods. It was the dreamiest location, the dreamiest space, but here's the deal. I was on a mission by myself. I wanted to heal people. I wanted to teach them to become their own health advocate. And I had big, big goals for myself, but I could only help one person at a time. And the only way I made more money was to see more people. But I'm a mama and I'm a wifey, and I wanted more time with my family. And I knew that there were entrepreneurs doing this. I knew that there were people that could do it all. And so I knew it was available for me. So when I found myself in this position where I was just hustling for the next client, and I had all of this overhead, and I had this big activist heart and these big dreams, and I was not able to do everything that I wanted to do. I was on this mission by myself. And so I would take clients one-on-one for a wellness consult, and I would send them right across the street to Whole Foods to buy all the products I just talked about. And guess how much Whole Foods would pay me? $0. So being the business savvy person that I'd like to think that I am, I knew I needed extra streams of income. And I knew that I wanted to move my business from this brick and mortar model online. So I started looking into courses and coaching, and everything that I needed to learn, I had to pay for. I had to outsource. This is very expensive. Like building a website to do the type of wellness business that I wanted to do online, which is actually what I do now, basically, through this model, was gonna be hella expensive and take a lot of time. And so I didn't know when I was gonna be able to take the next vacation or even a nap, right? I was just on this mission trying to do all these things. Then in come the last thing that I was expecting, and this opportunity landed in my lap from a client of mine who came in. She was also a health coach. I really admired her. She actually mentored me in health coaching for years. And she was like, girl, let me tell you about these products. So I was telling her I was about to do a cleanse, my own cleanse. And she was like, just try this. So I knew her quality standards were the same as mine. So I was like, send it to the house. Day 3 of my 10-day transformation that I was doing just to feel good before vacation, it blew my mind. See, I had already been preaching about superfoods for a long time. I had already used food as medicine to help heal myself from being very, very sick for years before. That's how I had become so passionate about health. So I knew the difference in these products right away. See, when I was putting spirulina and wheatgrass and everything into my smoothies, I was doing it because I knew it was good for me. The difference was with Purium products, that first time that I drank a power shake, I could feel that cellular activation. I could feel that energy in me. Right? I think so many of us can relate to where we take all these supplements because we know they're good for us and we've read about the benefits of them, but you don't actually feel them in your body. You're just taking all these things. You're not quite sure what's doing what. I could tell the difference with Purium products, and I knew this was something I had to offer to my clients. And I loved that it was going to simplify the process and make a convenient way for me to make a commission off of products I was already recommending. The last thing I ever expected was to fall in love with the culture, to realize that this was actually going to be a better vehicle, and I was going to find myself transitioning from my brick and mortar model into this network marketing model. I loved that my mentors were helping me succeed. I didn't have to pay for mentorship. I didn't have to pay to learn how to market myself appropriately like I did when I was a solo entrepreneur. All of this is part of the culture. It's part of the process. We rise together. We are monetarily motivated to help the people that we bring into this business succeed. And I love that. I loved that so much. And the coaching that I've gotten, the mentorship that I've gotten, I can promise you is worth thousands and thousands of dollars if I would have had to pay for it. But I've got that all as part of this package. So I love that this is how this is the last thing I was looking for, yet it was the upgrade that I was praying for, is everything that I was asking the universe to give to me in my business. So, so now I have time freedom. Now I have a tribe of like-minded people. I'm no longer on this mission by myself, and I can provide the best quality ingredients, the best quality superfoods and programs for my clientele and my wellness coaching business but also just with all of my friends, my family, and my followers. And now I've taken that to social media, and I've stepped into this position of trying to be a micro influencer for sharing value on social media and giving my recommendations with just the simple code that we have. You guys, you get unlimited $50 gift card codes with this. So it's as easy as just talking about something that I use and love, recommending it, and dropping a link to give people free money for products that they want to try. So this has been the best thing ever for my business. It was such an upgrade. And yeah, and I think that you would be very smart to join us.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. So anytime that you are, anytime during this whole presentation that you feel like inspired, if you're not gonna stay on the whole time, just talk to the person who invited you. We're gonna keep moving, but I just want to say that because the person who invited you here has information for you of how you can continue learning about this and how you can be a part of this. So I love your story, Tyler, because it's a story of so many of us. Like our world, our culture is constantly telling us that we have to do everything by ourselves. And truly, like when you look at nature, nothing happens on its own. Like all like animals like form into groups and herds to survive. You know, when you look at nature, when you look at trees, there's like mycelial networks that connect all their roots. And the newest science is showing that trees actually pass nutrients to one another to help each other. And this whole system of like competition-based capitalism is just so toxic. And so what I love about this business model is that it's based on mutual success. We actually support each other to grow rather than competing against each other. So I love that in your story because you like went from that individualized model into this collectivized model and just saw so many things open up, so much more money coming in, so much more time with your family, etc. And that happened for me too. But I want to move from this to telling people like exactly how it works. You know, because you might be hearing all this stuff and these stories and these concepts we're talking about, but you're like, yeah, but like, what do you actually do? So basically we have this company that has super high standards and makes all these superfood products, right? So we believe in helping people heal their bodies with superfood and CBD. So we have, you know, cleanse packages. A lot of people start with the transformation cleanse or a 40-day health reset. We have athletes products, we have kids products, we have stuff that works for hormone balancing and helping women with their menstruation cycle and moon cycle, bringing that back into balance, or cleaning out your neuroreceptor sites, cognition, like so much. There's 60 products, right? So what you do is you share these products with your friends and family and community. When you become a brand partner, which we are, you get to create a code. So my code is my name, Robin Talla. And so you create this code, right? And then when people use your code to buy products on the website, they get a discount, $50 or 25% off, depending on which one's bigger. And then you actually get a commission back. So the company gives you 20% of all those customers. Everyone who comes in through a customer and uses your code, you get 20%. That is the most generous affiliate program that I have ever heard of by far. So then if you know people who work in health and wellness, who are podcasters, retreat leaders, naturopaths, yoga teachers, yoga studio owners, they can become a brand partner and use your code to become a brand partner. And then when they share with people, you make a percentage of everything that they share. So for example, I have a person who is working with me who has one of the most, the top 10 spiritual podcasts on iTunes. And he shouts out Purium on his podcast, and his listeners, they order the products. He makes 20%, and then I make 5% of everything that he's shouting out, right? And so you can really expand. So you can turn it from just like a first generation affiliate program into a leveraged residual income model, where you can be actually, so imagine this, imagine you shared your Uber code with someone, and instead of just getting like whatever, I think it's like a $10 or $20 credit on Uber, imagine if you got 20% of the ride they took, but then not just that first ride, 20% on every single ride that they take forever, every Uber ride ever. And then imagine if they shared their code with someone, then you're making 5% of everything, every person that they shared their code with. And that goes on for up to 8 generations. So what you learn how to do when you become a brand partner is how to share in a way that's effective, that is heart-centered, that is coming from a place of authenticity, because there are plenty of people out there just shouting out their product names and hoping someone will buy. And that does not work anymore. It doesn't work for you, right? You're on Facebook and someone's like, hey, try this product. You're like, next, just keep scrolling, right? But if someone tells their story, their authentic story that you can relate to, that you can feel, and they tell you why they're doing this and why they love this, and they come from a place of realness, then you're going to want to connect with them. You know, it's actually healing in general, far beyond just like connecting people with the products. It's creating a means of connecting on social media that is done with vulnerability and heart, and we need more of that. So many people feel isolated. And whether you're sharing on social media or in person, doing this is just, it builds relationships. And so that's what we're doing. We're building relationships, and we're also building leaders. So the cool thing is that when you join, you get the access to the compensation plan and your code and all that, but you also get access to a huge community of like-minded individuals and people who want to change their lives and change the lives of their community and change the world by doing it. And we have a system of training that's very ABC 1, 2, 3. It walks you through all the steps. So you don't get like this huge, massive information and you have to try and figure it out yourself. You get personal mentorship and coaching that in other situations, people pay tens of thousands of dollars for a coaching package. But for this, I coach my people and their people for free, because the more successful they are, the more successful I am. This is a system of mutual success. That's why I call it financial permaculture. Because if you don't know what permaculture is, it's a system of agriculture where instead of monocropping, you grow plants together that mutually benefit the soil and benefit each other. So that's what we're doing here with this business system. So you can go anywhere from just sharing here and there, you know, naturally as it comes, to wanting to replace your income altogether or create a secondary stream of income and treat this like a real business and treat this like the business that it is. And I've chosen to do that, and it's totally and completely changed my life. So that's basically a nutshell of how it works. So I just wanted to give you that, and then move into a little bit about the actual products themselves, because we have a really cool thing coming up, and that is a 40-day summer health reset. So we have a package called the 40-day ultimate nutrition package, and we have some variations on that for fat burning, parasite cleansing, or athletic performance. And whichever 40-day people get, they can participate. But most of us are going for the 40-day ultimate nutrition. And what that does is it gives you 40 days of food, 30 days of like the equivalent of 1 meal a day, 4 products that are going to give you your complete foundation of nutrition. We're talking a medical grade, vegan, plant-based amino acid tablet that's pre-digested and goes into your body through your lymphatic system and feeds your muscles, doesn't take any energy to digest, doesn't create fecal matter, it was created for patients who are in comas to build their muscle mass. A green drink, which is living and raw, providing you total cellular nutrition, all your vitamins, minerals, omega fatty acids, and it tastes awesome. My 3 and 5-year-old niece and nephew love it. They even got into the cabinet and skipped over the honey jar and were eating handfuls of the powder, just raw, all over their face, because it tastes so good. It's sweetened with monk fruit, which it doesn't change your glycemic levels at all. So then you have a tart cherry juice for inflammation and oxidation, anti-aging, and better sleep. And we have Biomedic, which is the first product on earth which is clinically proven to take out up to 74% of the glyphosate, that's Monsanto's pesticide that you keep hearing about in the news with all those lawsuits that people keep winning money from Monsanto because glyphosate has been shown to cause cancer. So this is the only product in the world that takes the glyphosate out of your lower gut and reheals the damage done there, rehabilitates your microvilli, which are the hairs that are responsible for nutrient absorption. This is an amazing, the gut is the seat of the immune system. It's your second brain. It's the seat of the intuition. It's where a lot of your serotonin is created. So it's where it's our happy place. So it's rehabilitating your happy place. So these are the core 4. And when you do that for 30 days and then you double and triple up on those products while cutting out some inflammatory foods, we call that our transformation cleanse. And that's just saturating your body with positive nutrition. It is so wonderful. It improves your energy, your sleep, your digestion. It's good for burning fat, building muscle, just doing so many good things. People would walk up to me and be like, the whites of your eyes are brighter. I'm like, really? Like, you can tell? So it's good. So we're about to do this 40-day cleanse starting in June, and this is the perfect time to join as a brand partner and then make a post telling your story of why you're doing this and encourage and open the door for your friends and family to do a 40-day health reset with you in June. So you could literally join as a brand partner today and then be sharing your code. And then everyone who uses it to buy the 40-day package or any other products, you make 20%. So on the 40-day package, that's like around $60, 60 to 80, depending. So you can really like start making some money with this right away while helping people heal. We also have the most cost-effective and highest quality CBD that's nationally distributed on the market. It's incredible. The price per milligram is well below the industry average, and it's totally non-GMO and organic, like our standards we talked about before. And it is grown in Colorado and Kentucky, not imported from China, like so many of these like CBDs and hemp-related products you see out there are. It's hard to tell what the supply chain is, and Purium is transparent about our supply chain. So these are just a few of the products that we have. Like I said, there are 60 products, but these are some great ways to get started. Tyler is going to tell you a bit about how to get started. And when you do that, you get to pick some of these products, because the more products you buy, the better, because you get to have this incredible experience with it. So I'm going to bring Tyler back on now to talk to you about how to actually get started with Purium.
Thank you for sharing all of that. That transformation you're talking about, that's a transformation that changed my life and made me so passionate to share it with others. So I hope that you try it for yourselves, because I want you to feel like so good. You deserve to live your best life. All right, so we have amazing products. The CBD, the Biomedic, the cleanses, all of our other almost 70 products. How do you share them? Well, what you need to run this business is you need your launch pack, which is your $50 gift cards, your access to all of the training resources. And I just want to say one thing before I get into this is you don't have to know a ton about nutrition. So I don't want you to see me as a health coach and Robin that just drops all of that dope knowledge on us on how amazingly healing these superfoods can be to your body, help the body heal itself. I don't want you to think you have to be an expert on anything. We have all of the tools and all of the resources, endless resources for you to know exactly how to do this, okay? So how you join, you can join 3 ways. Well, you can join 4 ways, really. So that launch pack that's going to get you those gift cards is valued at $199. So you can get that for $199 with any products that you want, from like $0 to $249 worth of products, right? The $199. If you get yourself $250 worth of superfoods, which obviously, you guys, you want to be a product of the product. You can't sell anything authentically if you're not using it yourself and if you don't believe in it. At least I don't think you can. I think it's a little sketchy if you're selling it and you're not using it, right? But for $250 worth of products, you can get the business for only $99. Now, you can get this for free, and this is what most people do, and this is what obviously makes the most sense to me, is if you get $500 worth of superfoods, that's like you and your hubby doing a 40-day transformation together and some CBD, then you're going to get the business for free. Now, the 4th thing that I added is now we have this awesome influencer program. So if you are an influencer, or if you know influencers, or if you want to reach out to some influencers and share this opportunity with them, all that means is they have to have 10,000 followers, and we're going to give them this business package for free as well for putting the word out. So this is seriously such a low investment for limitless potential. Like, I wish when I was running my brick and mortar business that it only cost me some superfoods that I was already buying to join and make all this money, because I had a bunch of overhead. And if I didn't show up, if I didn't take a client, I didn't get paid. So I think that this business model is brilliant. I am pumped on all the information we shared with you tonight. And I hope that, that you took something away. I hope you were inspired. And all you need to do is reach out to the person that invited you to this Zoom. They're going to share any more information you need. They're going to answer all of your questions, and they will get you started so that you can have your own gift cards to share the gift with us.
Amazing, Tyler. Oh my gosh. It really is so easy. And I like to think about the fact that, like, most people who start their own businesses are spending like tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more. People who like open a franchise like a Starbucks or something, they typically spend over $1 million. And what do you get for that? You get a business in a box. You get all the marketing material. You get all the drinks made up for you. Well, what do you get with this? All the marketing material, all the drinks, like everything, like, you know, and it ships out. It's just, yeah, you know, it's perfect. And so to think about the fact that, like, you could spend $500 on all products that you're going to eat and consume, and then you get a means of creating what's potentially a complete, like an incredible stream of residual income. It's mind-blowing, actually. And I've actually made over $140,000 with my Purium business. And that's by working hard. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is definitely takes effort, consistency, passion, commitment, coachability. But if you're willing to do those things, then this is such a more lucrative way, because when you are in the dollar per hour economy, you get paid, you do an hour of work, you get paid once. But with this, my customers I like shared with when I first started years ago, I'm still getting paid. I don't know how much I got paid for them because I'm still making commissions on them. So, so thank you for bearing with us, especially everyone on Facebook, because we're literally just working with what we got here. Our Facebook bridge didn't work, so I am pointing my phone in my hand right here at the screen and switching back and forth and switching my speakers so it doesn't feed back when I'm talking and Tyler's talking, and we're making things happen. So thank you for bearing with us. And hopefully that Zoom will make the technology a little bit easier in the future. But I'm just so happy to be here with you. And I think, Tyler, the sound isn't going to work for you to sign off right now. So I'm just going to say thank you to everyone, for both of us, and for all of your attention and love. Please get back to the person who shared this with you to talk more about it and to help you get started with either the products or the brand partner package. And join us in June for our group, one of the biggest ever like coordinated group cleanses that's happening for our 40-day summer health reset. So for Tyler and I both, thank you so much for joining us, and have an amazing, amazing day. Bye, everyone.